Hi everyone, it's Justin here with Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so grateful for you, whether you're watching, listening, here in the United States or across the world. Thank you for being with us. We are over 480 episodes in our catalog, and we recommend that you check some of those other episodes out. If you can give us the big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, that would greatly help us reach more people. It's free to do. You can also follow us on all of our social media accounts, and we drop the latest and greatest on those accounts. And we are just um, so blessed to be where we're at, to have the audience that we do, that we have the people, the individuals, the organizations, so many people wanting to help, so many people believing in our mission to share mental health, mental challenges, trauma, recovery, because I'm going through mental challenges, have been my whole life. Again, the 2017, it's kind of that low point for me, but was also a point where I started to take my mental health serious and not worry about what others really thought when it came to that I had to I had to do that or I wouldn't be here. So thank you all for that love and support. I say that a lot, but it is because of you that we're even here, that we even have a show, uh, that we're pushing 500 episodes. We wouldn't, we would have a reason to do the show if it wasn't for you. So thank you very much. And if you could also do us a favor and reach out to maybe 25, 50, 75, 100 contacts in your phone, let them know about Voices for Voices, our show. We have this humongous goal to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And it's all because of you. We're well on our way to hitting that goal. So amazing to even be in the position that we are. So we are Voices for Voices. We're a nonprofit charity. So any donations through lovevoices.org, 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 or you can head on over to Venmo or Cash App and donate. And if you're here in the United States, all your donations are 100% tax deductible. Uh, our website, I'm happy to announce that we have started adding our book collection to our website. So we had them in a different spot, and it seems that now where we have them is the best place for right now. And so if you go to Voices, FOR, voices.org, hit enter or tap enter, tap to get to the URL come up. You're going to notice a couple big changes. First is we are going to be embarking on a 2027 Voices for Voices Publishing World Tour. More information to come, and there's also information below that that if you want us to add your town, your school to our tour, Please fill that information out fully and completely. And we would love to come to your city, town, your school. Uh, Bring in that clean content that so many people have been requesting over the last couple of years. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to fill that void. So again, 2027 Voices for Voices Publishing World Tour will be kicking off. And if you would like to have us add your city, your town, your school district, your college, fill out that form, and that will get to us, and someone from our team will get in touch with you as soon as humanly possible. Now, if you scroll down a little bit more, then you start seeing the books that we have for sale. So you'll be able to see front cover, back cover, title, author, description, and links to purchase. And and so more will be added in the coming days. And we also want you to visit the Mythical Creatures Around the World Facebook page. New myths and folklore are being posted as posts and reels. Uh, so please check that out. If you have a Facebook account, some people don't. Uh, I would recommend adding a Facebook account and following not only Voices for Voices, because we have a Facebook account too, but also the Mythical Creatures Around the World Facebook account that has over 96,000 followers. So thank you, everyone, wherever you're at, you're making this at all possible. Uh, Yesterday, when we talked about, uh, we talked about mental health, right? And so one of the chores, one of the things that I needed to do this week was to mow our grass, right? So had both of the batteries charged, ready to go. And the last 2 days, the 2 days ago, I mowed like two sections and then took a break. And then yesterday, I I mowed the rest, and so I feel accomplished. I feel like I did something. I did, uh, and I think all too much we think that we're not capable, we're not able to do certain things. And again, I've mowed a lot of grass over my years, a lot at a golf course, as I mentioned, in between my college days in the summers. Uh, and and with the grass being as tall as it is and as thick as it is, it just took a little extra time. It really needs weed eated around because it's just so high, so tall. So the next couple days we'll probably be doing that just to get that going. And we have a spot in the yard that uh, apparently there's some fiber optic internet option that is added or will be added. Anyways, they did some digging and uh, they didn't really do a good job at putting uh, grass seed in. Uh, And plus, I think it was very cold most of the time they were digging. So the seed wasn't going to do much. From what I've read on grass seed, one of the best times is, to have at least 3 days back to back to back, uh, and having at least a low of at least 50 degrees or higher, to help that germinate and start, getting below the surface, to start growing those roots. So that's something I'll be probably doing here shortly, as well as with having Lucy. She's snoozing right now. She's very much at peace. Uh, she's just doing amazing. Uh, given the surgery and everything, she's back, I think, to her old energy. So finished her medicine. Uh, and so that's always a good thing. So we just have just over a week and a day, uh, where she'll have to wear the cone, which isn't fun. It's not fun for her, and it's not fun for us. Uh, but she's still able to get into her bowl and eat, and drink water, uh, and then, for going to the potty outside, we have to give the treats. So, uh, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Like, uh, what's been going on last couple days. Been trying, like mental health wise. I usually like to have music playing. I have pretty much every kind of listening device type. Like, I have AirPods, I have headphones, I have all kinds of ways to do that, and that's usually what I do when I'm mowing, um, because my mind doesn't have that much time at ease where something's not going on that I have to make a decision. The only decision I have to make when I'm mowing the grass is to mow where it hasn't been mowed yet. And so, uh, there's not a lot of thinking that goes on, which I think is good. So I chose not to put on any music when I was mowing. Maybe that helped the efficiency of just getting things done. Um, Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. All I know is uh, all areas of our grass are mowed. Now it's like I said, we gotta get some grass seed. I need to get some lime, for when, that helps. I guess it's with the acidity level, the pH level. Uh, well, having a pet and then go to the bathroom, on your grass or grass, uh, could have bare spots, could turn the grass brown. I remember so when we first moved to where we're living, uh, the past owners had pets, and the front yard there were you could see the two or three spots. There was one that was pretty big, a pretty big spot. That was brown. The grass was brown, and then there are others. So you could kind of see where the former owner's pets their favorite spots to go to the bathroom. Uh, and so what lime is supposed to do, not like the squeezable lime, I'm learning. Anyway, so it took 2 years because I started treating it right away. Doing some overseeding, doing, some extra watering. It still took at least 2 years. It was like 2.5 years for that to come back. And that was with, even fertilizer treatment and all that. And so that's kind of like where I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want that to happen again. Uh, because we didn't have a pet then, and we 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 it really just didn't cross our mind. 'Cause there's also like an electric fence too. So uh, when we go to air, when we get asked if we want to aerate, which basically just punches little holes in the grass, and then you would go ahead and you would add grass seed into those holes, and then it would all kind of come together, and so it would make the roots thicker, the grass look fuller. And that's something I've wanted to do, but we have this electric fence for the pets from our former owners, and I don't know exactly where. Obviously, it's the perimeter of our property, but where exactly those lines are underneath, uh, that affects where we would get that aerated because the aerator machine that punches the holes could punch a hole where the electric fence is. And so we had no intention of getting a pet right away, and we didn't. And so part of me was like, well, we could just like who doesn't really matter where they aerate because we don't have a pet and we weren't really at that stage where we were looking for a pet. Um, so I haven't been able to do the aeration and that. So I just go out with we have like kind of like the push spreader, and then I got a manual one where you hold it and then it's like a hand crank, kind of like the old cars where you would crank the windows down and up before, all the automatic technology came to be. Uh, so it can seem overwhelming. That's for sure. And then given the weather that we had over the past winter has really taken some time to thaw out the ground too. So there's some spots that where Lucy hadn't gone and doesn't go to the bathroom that are just little bare spots where it just looks like mud basically. And so the overseeding, I'm not just going to overseed on that spot where there was the digging. Uh, I'm going to overseed kind of that whole spot, like that whole section, as well as the other side. Anyways, why am I bringing up all this? Excuse me. Number one, it's real life. So these are things that happen in real life. Number two, it's mental health related because I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh crap, I have this to do, I have that to do, I got this, I got all these things I have to do. And 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 then I got to do more, do some extra things. Luckily, I was able to get up unluckily, I've been getting a sore back when I wake up in the morning. So I've been getting up earlier. But luckily today, getting up earlier helped me go into our site and add a couple more books that we have on voicesforvoices.org. That when you scroll down, you'll start to see it. You'll be able to see the front cover, the back cover, and title, description, uh, how many pages, recommended, age level or age range, uh, and that for each of the books, and then all the links of where you can purchase it, uh, purchase them because we have more. We have four up right now, uh, and some more to be added that we've found through kind of focus groups and requests to have a specific spot makes it easier for people to find the books as well as easy above where the books are on our homepage, voicesforvoices.org. For the 2027 World Tour, people want to know how they sign up to have their city, their town, their school district, and so much more, how they get added to our tour. So that's feedback that we're taking in real time. And so I was able to, by getting up a little bit earlier than usual today, sore back, uh, was basically the key reason is like I felt like I had enough sleep and my back was sore. So I was thinking, well, I could get up and I can do a couple of those things, and that way it'll cut down on some of the stress and anxiety. But I'm talking about, getting the grass seed and that now I can go do that here shortly. I don't have to wait a little bit, which is what I would have to do. And I was well, talking to myself, talking to my daughter, um, talking to my mom. And so I want to say it's rare, but I think it kind of is that we get ahead of schedule or ahead of where we thought we would be with our chores, with our work, with our projects. And and so there was a couple of times I made some statements like, well, let me check this because it's this day. Meaning that yesterday I thought today was the next day in the week, that it wasn't today because I'm basically a week ahead of schedule. Not a week. Yeah, probably a week. But within this week, even on top of that, I'm ahead of schedule by an extra day. So it's kind of like a week and a week and a day. So kind of like 8 days ahead of where I thought I was. And so it happens so rare for me. Maybe it doesn't for you. Maybe you get ahead of schedule a whole lot. Um, but for me, it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, wait, Justin, it's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. Those types of things. And so it makes me laugh. And that's all you can do. Because we all make mistakes. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Uh, but what I can do is if I'm able to, I can take advantage of kind of this extra day, extra almost a day on top of the uh, extra week ahead of schedule. Uh, but I will say I am behind schedule on our social media posts for our Voices for Voices TV show and podcast episodes. So what most likely will be happening after this show, we'll get this one processed, we'll get this one out to you, and probably starting tomorrow, uh, start hitting the pavement pretty hard with getting these episodes up onto our social media platforms. They're already out there. You can already watch and listen to all the episodes, and then even today after after we finish up with this episode and uh, we process it and we upload it and description, title, tags, all those once cover photo. Once we do that, we'll get that out to the world. Uh, but we'll be seeing a lot of social media posts here coming up. Uh, so we're just excited. So I just wanted to share kind of days in the life of me. Um, and every time I look out or outside looking up to the sky when it's blue skies, I can't help but, think about, all the people we've lost and lost too soon, especially my dad, and just think that, we're blessed to have blue skies, nice weather, temperature wise, and Jesus is looking down on us, and it's the best thing I think I can do is to continue our mission to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. I know I'm not going to live forever. Nobody is. So I think this is the best way I can honor my dad is just to keep going and keep helping and keep sharing. Uh, and again, I was able to mow the grass and I'm dealing with a lot of mental challenges and so I'm happy that I was able to do that at a little bit of a quicker pace than than I thought I would be able to do it. Doesn't mean that everything's going to be like that. It just means that what what with the mowing the grass, that's something that's helped, and that's kind of helped get ahead of schedule. And just want to say thank you. So if you can give us big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, we'd love it. Follow us on social media. We're everywhere. Reach out to 25 or 50 contacts in your phone. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We'd love to have more subscribers, more viewers, more people watching, listening, no matter where you're at across the United States or across the world. And you don't need to be a believer to watch or listen to our show. We're all in this together. And thank you for joining this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. This is Justin, your host, and let's celebrate all the voices in the world. And let's also be a voice for not only ourselves, but potentially somebody else that may need some help sharing their voice. So thank you very much. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye for now.